I'm totally
Right.
unhelpful. I'm just watching.
I know, just watching me. I was doing so great too.
I know, you sounded amazing.
Yeah, I did. I always do.
Okay.
So anyway, here we are. This Wednesday afternoon, and welcome to Honey WTF podcast.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of our podcast. The more subscribers we get, the more shows we'll do. And hopefully we're giving you information and talking about topics that you are interested in. So I know I'm interested in them, and there's a whole lot of other people interested in stuff. So let's get the show on the road.
Okay. Well, we're going to start with hot off the presses. All right.
Hot off the press.
Your favorite governor of the world, Gavin Newsom, has just posted something. Well, 4 minutes ago, at least on Threads, it says, California has seen enough. President Trump and Stephen Miller's authoritarian playbook is coming for another of our cities, and violence and vandalism are exactly what they're looking for to invoke chaos. Help keep yourself and your community safe. Remain peaceful. Now, that came up after I received a notification from KCRA News that reads more than 100 agents are headed to the Bay Area for an immigration operation. This is according to the San Francisco Chronicle report. So, after this comes on the heels of Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff saying earlier this month that he would welcome National Guard troops to the city ahead of the Dreamforce conference. He did later apologize.
Yeah.
Because he heard from leaders, San Francisco leaders, I guess I'm assuming political and those with some deeper pockets than his own, that said, we're not trying to do any of that. So he did pull back on that. However, it appears that
it's too late.
This president
just needed somebody to say it. He was going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter what Benioff said.
Okay, I always just try to just stick with the facts. Now, what we do understand is, ICE is, well, they're also doing the military, right?
Yeah.
And this whole action is completely anti-American.
Yes.
And anyone who doesn't think it is just feels like it's so far removed from them that it could never show up at their door, and they don't really care about what happens to other human beings on this planet.
Those are the facts.
There are ways in which we go about these types of things that are within the laws and within people's rights that this president just doesn't seem to care about. And I'm not even going to say I don't understand it, because I understand his motivation and whatnot. It's pretty clear. There's no fog to it.
It's very clear.
Yeah. And it's just unfortunate that we have a significant part of the American population that's down with this kind of stuff. And I'm hoping that there's enough of us who are good-willed and see people as human beings that, we can change things around.
Yes.
I am still hopeful of that.
I'm hopeful too.
Okay. I am glad.
I was speaking to somebody today, actually, the mechanic that was working on my boat motor, and he is pretty much disgusted with it. This is an older white guy, and he understands. He's with me. This is not right, and they're changing the country into something that we didn't grow up in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he did express that he knows a lot of people that are okay with it.
Oh.
And he tells them, you guys don't know what you're getting yourself into. This is not how we're supposed. This is not right.
Oh.
So, yeah. So there are those out there that don't agree with this at all.
Mm-hmm.
And there are those out there that don't give a shit.
Gosh.
I guess they lack empathy. They lack the empathy. And there's just, it's insane to me that this is accepted by anybody that called herself an American and a Christian.
Mm-hmm. My heart just sank thinking about him actually talking to people live. There's one thing being on the internet, engaging with these people, and there's another thing altogether when you're face to face with them.
Yeah. Well, you got family members and all this, and it's really
very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard. Because I tell you, I just saw a video of a young man in New York City. They were running through the streets, rounding up vendors and whatnot. And this man got caught up as a black man. And they had him pressed up against a brick wall. And they were handcuffing him, right?
Yes.
And he was saying what he needed to say. I'm a citizen, and all of that. I saw that video earlier, but then recently, like just now, a follow-up video came where he's speaking about his experience. They ended up letting him go.
Yeah, some guy came up and said, uncuff him.
Yeah, just uncuff him.
What was the point of cuffing him in the first place? And he's telling you, I am an American citizen. I was born at such and such hospital.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Exactly.
Right? And then finally somebody comes up and says, uncuff him. But it's so asinine to do this. I mean, it could have went either way.
It could.
Right?
Yeah.
He could have broke out and did something. He could have fought back, physically fought back. And it could have escalated.
Yeah.
Or they could have threw him in the back of the truck and carted him off, and he could have got injured that way.
Right.
Or possibly died.
Yeah.
From being incarcerated from these people for no reason at all.
But you know what I do when I see these videos? I literally do picture myself in that position. I picture myself up against that wall with these guys behind me, grabbing my arms. I feel what it feels like having the handcuffs on you. I think about how their voices are reverberating in my ears. I think about maybe the smell of their breath. And I really put myself in that. And that's where my empathy comes from, because I can actually see myself in that, and I wouldn't want that for anybody.
Yeah.
And so those folks who just don't feel anything, just imagine that happening to you or your loved ones, and just
what is crazy is how Black and Hispanic or anybody of anything other than white can sign up to do this work and think it's okay. Because if you weren't signed up to do the work and you were walking down the street, they'll do the same to you.
Yeah.
They will do the same to you. If you're Black and you're an ICE officer and you take off your little ICE uniform that you bought at Amazon or whatever, and you walk down the street, you better watch out, because one of your ICE guys, one of your comrades are going to handcuff you and say, hey, let's get them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got my ICE badge in my wallet. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
We're taking you. It's basically the same thing. It's crazy.
It's really unfortunate, but it's a reality that when you have these types of movements and things, you're going to have these people who will do this stuff. I'm reading Why We Can't Wait by MLK, and he was speaking to. I'm on this part where he's talking about all of the Black people and how different everybody is. And he's carving out the people who are going to show up and fight. There are people who are going to just not be in it at all. They're just going to go about their lives. Then there are going to be these people who sign up to be these operatives. And he speaks to that's just the reality of anything like this. There's always going to be those people. Yeah. And you just kind of have to expect it. And if you are in a position to where you're trying to counter this and be strategic, if you're in any of these groups that are trying to battle this, you have to keep that kind of stuff in mind, because you really, it all has to be strategic.
Yeah.
And it can't be reactionary. You have to know that these people are existing, and you have to have some sort of plan for dealing with that kind of thing. And that's I'm looking for that type of organization,
Hmm.
really, to get involved with people who aren't moving on emotion, but people who are strategically looking at things and trying to figure out what the best course of action is that way.
Yeah.
I see a lot of folks who are emotional, and I understand all of that, but
Hmm.
that's not what's going to get us where we need to go. And reading this book, Why We Can't Wait, I already knew that the civil rights leaders were very strategic.
Yes.
I already knew that. And they were working with Kennedy and trying to, well, both of the Kennedys. And, sometimes they'd inch the ball forward one way, and then at another turn, it kind of steps back because they're navigating the whole the whole political landscape as it as it really is, right?
Hmm.
Or really was. And that is the same thing that we're doing today.
Hmm.
So that kind of will segue into what's going on with Newsom right now and some of the buzz that's going on with him in on the internet. Now, he vetoed 5 bills involving reparations for Black people.
Hmm.
He did pass one that created a committee to determine how funds would be allocated and all of that kind of stuff. And one podcast, I think it's Angela Rye's podcast. There's a clip of her really going after after him, saying that it was a betrayal. She used the word betrayal. And I have to think, at this time, I don't think that it was really a good thing that she decided to make that a focus, because we're going into this yes on Prop 50, and we need everybody to come out for that, right?
We need.
So there's a time for that. It wasn't really urgent, and the word betrayal, that's an emotional thing. Really, it just
I
evokes
think.
emotion.
I think
It's
that's
not.
a weakness within the Democrat Party. I think that's a weakness for us to call. We're quick to call out our leaders,
Mhm. Right.
and dismiss them
When you don't get
and turn our back.
100% what
Yes.
you think you want, what
Yes.
you want.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what you want is probably valid. But again, you have to look at the current landscape, the political landscape, and take the pulse and
Hmm.
see what this person, if you know that they are a valid, strong ally,
Yes. You can't call them traitors.
you can't do that.
You can't call them traitors, and especially for something like reparations.
I know that we
But
understand that that's a
yeah, and
huge,
especially
huge
on a
thing.
state level. I don't know what they expect the state to do. I think
Well,
that's something that has to be a national thing.
well, it's a
we
way
could
of chipping at it. I think that's a strategic
yeah,
direction in
but we
which to
could put
go.
together all the committees and focus groups and all that you want to do studies on reparations, which they've been doing for years, but it hasn't. I don't think it's moved the needle at all.
Mm. Well, no, that's not true, because reparations is being paid. I think Alameda County has allocated what nine. It's a paltry amount, $900,000 in a reparations fund for Black and Hispanic folks who had their properties taken over by the city
Oh, in that one
at
county,
that
in that
time,
in
Alameda
that one
County.
city,
Yeah,
yeah, in
yeah,
Alameda,
yeah. And it's I don't know how the money's supposed to
yeah,
go.
nine hundred
And I
thousand.
mean $900,000. Look,
If they
I
had one prop, no, but from the time that it happened what, back in the 70s,
or
or
60, something like that.
yeah, but from the time that happened, if their family would have kept that property,
Right.
one property would be worth
Well over 900,000.
1.5 million.
Exactly.
But you're gonna
Exactly.
give hundreds of people $900,000.
Right.
Everybody's gonna get a check for $150
Yeah.
for reparations of property that was taken from them. Come on now.
And I think it was like what 700 properties impacted. If I'm remembering correctly, And I did the math, I think. If it was 700, it came up, whatever I did, it came up to like $600 or something
Okay.
per person. And I'm per property.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, what are people gonna do with that? And how do you just, who's gonna spend time?
I mean, there's class action suits
Well,
that are more than $900,000.
I've never been a part of that. I would
Well,
like.
I know,
I would
but I
like
mean,
a class action suit that netted $600. And I didn't have to do anything for
you
it.
got 700 properties, 700 people that own property that lost it because they were black and Hispanic
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. One property is valued
in the Bay Area
at what? I'm like, how did they figure this
that's
out?
around Hayward, right?
Yes.
Right, Hayward, yeah.
Yes. How did they figure that
The
amount?
900 is
like, who greenlit the amount?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I hate to be a Johnny come lately and criticize something that I was not involved in, but I gotta go, what?
Does this action open the door for more?
That's
Does it
the
set
thing
a precedent?
too. It could, and that's what I mean. You just, it's little battle by little battle. You just kind of keep inching things forward. So it's something, and it's awful that we just have to fight for every little thing that is owed us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's and they begrudgingly give us little whenever there is a win, it's always, in little bits and pieces, Yeah. Now look, I don't know where this goes, and I'm sure that these people who are in these groups that are thinking about this stuff, I would be satisfied, and I think it would be apropos that we all are exempt from paying taxes for as long as slavery existed and Jim Crow.
Oh, that would be good.
Just exempt me from federal taxes and state taxes too.
Yeah.
And that could be on a sliding scale. You can determine,
what state was worse.
Based on, how many lynchings did you have? How much redlining did you have? All that stuff. If you I think some economists could come up with something that could work, for us. And I would appreciate that, and I would shut the hell up. So, but now, and I did the math on it for that too. And it's kind of interesting. I didn't do the math. I had ChatGPT do the math. And the amount came up to the same or similar amount as the Board of Education funding the oh gosh, what is it? The education board that the woman from WWF is over.
Oh yeah.
Their budget is the same amount as taxes that are collected from African Americans. So I think there's some wiggle room there. I think that's I think that would be a good start. And then they're there. Just call it that. Just do that. I think that would be fair, since no one else has ever been subjected to what we had been subjected to. But anyway, that's what I would advocate for. And then let's see. Oh, back to Newsom. I just wanted to make one little point about Newsom. Newsom has advocated for so many things for African Americans. I can go into work comfortably. I can interview for a job with my hair just like this. And it's ridiculous because it's a very petty thing.
Yeah.
But because of Newsom, I can do that and be very comfortable in that. Not to say that people won't ever say anything about my natural hair that I might find insulting or whatever, but I can comfortably do that because I grew up making sure whenever I had to interview that my hair was bone straight, the relaxers and all of that crap. Never knew the real texture of my hair, never got to enjoy the texture of my hair and learning how to care for it and all of that. I had to chemicalize it so that it's straight, and it would eventually start breaking off anyway. So it was never healthy for me. So I'm grateful for Gavin Newsom in that regard. So I've seen benefits from his leadership, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. So there is that, and I hope that Angela Rye and her podcast crew will kind of tone it down, or at least have a representative who actually speaks about these bills and was active in writing those bills. I can't even remember his name, but he's a African American man, and he's very close to Gavin Newsom, and he expressed his disappointment too.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, okay, we're gonna just regroup and figure out what to do. He understands the political temperature right now, so
Yeah.
while he's disappointed, he can understand, and he knows that Gavin Newsom is an advocate, is an ally. So there's that. All right. Next up, Trump's indictment hit list.
Oh yeah.
So we got Comey, we got Letitia James,
And there's talk
and
about
we've got Bolton.
Bolton. Yes.
Next on the hit list is Obama.
Obama. What?
It's not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny.
It is not. And it again, it's just unbelievable. He's talking about 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Trump came out and said, Russia, if you're listening, please find those emails.
Mm-hmm.
He welcomed Russia
Mm-hmm.
to hack into the Democrats or the government files and find the emails.
Mm-hmm.
He welcomed it. One of the sons, I think it was Don Jr. or somebody, had wanted to have a back channel so they could communicate with Putin.
Oh, that was Don Jr.
Yeah. And they claim it was for some child adoption, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they claim. It is. He actually, if you read, what was that, the document, the dossier or the document that the DOJ at the time reviewed, and he didn't exclude collusion, but what was it? They didn't find absolute proof.
Oh, you're talking about the Russia hoax?
Yeah. Not the
The report
The report
that resulted from the Russia
Yes.
hoax.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't honestly say that I do not recall the specifics about it, because once something's over, I don't sit around thinking about it anymore, and it didn't result in anything that I wanted it to result in. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember. You have a much better memory of those things
I know, and I hate this because it was only 6 years ago or so.
Yeah.
But and I need to look at that again. But the DOJ at that time are the one who was on the special counsel that investigated the old guy, and it wasn't a definite no that Russia colluded. Right. And after they sealed it off, they sealed that report. Who was his DOJ? Who was Trump's DOJ at that time?
Let me see.
The big guy, the fat guy. They went in and they shut it down. They sealed it off. They did not. They gave us a redacted report. Anyway, it was hidden.
I am looking. Okay. Loretta Lynch was the Attorney General under President Obama, January 2027. Jeff Sessions
Jeff Sessions was one of them, and he fired Jeff Sessions.
It says he recused himself from the Russia investigation because of his involvement in Trump's campaign. And because of the recusal, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein oversaw the investigation, and in May 2017, Robert Mueller,
Robert Mueller, the Mueller
Robert
report,
Mueller, yes,
the Mueller report,
yeah,
yeah, we
and so,
yeah, that Mueller report was a big thing, but it did not, it didn't 100% exclude collusion from what normal people saw and read. His report didn't 100% exclude it. But then who's is the other DOJ guy that Trump don't like now because
Bill Barr,
right? He shut it down. They shut that report down.
Yeah, he released the report on March 2019. And the Mueller report, officially titled Report on the Investigation into Russian Interference in the 2016 presidential election, was released in March 2019. It was divided into 2 main volumes, and its findings are best understood separately for each. So the report confirmed that Russia interfered in the 2016 U.S. presidential election.
Yeah.
Through social media manipulation and hacking operations. No evidence of criminal conspiracy. The investigation did not establish that the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. However, the report detailed numerous contacts between Trump campaign officials and Russian individuals and noted, I remember all of this.
Yes.
And noted that both sides expected to benefit from each other's actions. So that was volume 1. And then there's a volume 2. It says obstruction of justice. Mueller investigated 10 potential instances of obstruction of justice by President Trump, including his hiring of FBI Director James Comey. Comey. Attempts to remove the special counsel, efforts to influence witnesses and limit the investigation. The report did not exonerate Trump. Mueller wrote, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. However, we are unable to reach that judgment. Mueller explained that the Justice Department policy prohibits indicting a sitting president, so his team did not make a traditional prosecutorial decision. So once again, he was safeguarded by the presidency. Jesus Christ.
I think that's always been a problem, and that's always been what we as Black people have never benefited from that part of the law, to where, oh, well, we can't 100% prove it, so it didn't happen. We have never benefited from anything like that, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, well, I think you all are still guilty.
Yeah, it's the whole benefit of the doubt thing. The benefit of the doubt sways to white people but does not sway our way.
But it's like you have to actually have in writing a signature, right? Or a tape of Putin and Trump talking about colluding for the election to make it so.
Right.
Which is impossible. But from what we saw happening, every step, everything with the internet and the bots and the trolling.
Yeah.
And who did Putin want to be president? And after he was elected, what happened? All of that. All of that says they colluded. And then you're going to tell me that, oh, Obama committed treason because he investigated us. He investigated all the bullshit that was going on. You still won the election.
Yeah. But because you're such a vengeful little man-child, you're going to you have a hit list of people. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, because this is all new freaking territory. Yeah. This man is just driving down a lane nobody's ever seen before. And
but with the presidential immunity, So
Right.
is
He gets to do this.
is Obama covered under the presidential immunity, or is it only presidents that came after they decided on the presidential immunity?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to
Yeah.
see. If
Oh, he
this,
wasn't a president at that time. There wasn't no presidential immunity while Obama was president, but we have it now.
yeah, we'll see how, because I can't recall how that even, how the Supreme Court, what the language is.
Yeah, I believe there
that.
was something in the language that said the Supreme Court will decide whether it was a presidential action or not.
Mm.
So if Obama,
Well, it clearly was a
it clearly
presidential
was
action
a president because he was acting as president.
Right. He was acting as president and he was investigating something that could be detrimental
Yes.
to the country. So, I mean, Russia at the time, Russia is what? We don't play with Russia.
We don't.
So
And we don't, and we still, but
that.
I guess we do now because now,
I don't know what we're doing with Russia now. I don't know where it stands.
I have to go back to my what I said 6 months ago or in February. I'm not even gonna say it. Forget it.
Okay. Thank you.
But he is a Russian. He's not.
But you're gonna say it anyway.
He's not. No, he's not a Russian asset. But he is an asset to Russia.
I like that. That was very sweet. I like that. Look at you.
Trump is not a Russian asset.
Look at you.
But he is an asset to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Using my head now.
Look at that big brain on Raphael.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So so keep an eye out on all of the Trump indictments, the hit list. We'll see where Obama falls. I don't think Obama's losing any sleep over any of that.
I doubt it. Yeah.
I mean, he's going out to dinner, shaking hands
He's
with people,
fun.
looking as smooth as silk wherever he goes. So
Yeah.
it's perfectly okay.
I just hope he runs in 2028.
You know, that would be the most beautiful thing. That would be the most beautiful thing.
Yeah. Oh,
that
would, yeah. If he came back and if he won.
If he won and then, but see, he would have to be Obama 5.0.
Yeah.
Meaning that he would have to have his own little hit list of all of these little Trump sycophants, Trump and his sycophants, and make sure they all go to jail. Yeah. For a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah.
And then he's just got to change everything. The way they were scared what he was going to do during his first 2 terms, he needs to just do all that shit.
They need to, but we have to think about the possibility of a military coup, which we probably will. Everything is
up in there. We have no idea.
We have no idea, yeah. But from what I see going on, it's a strong possibility.
Yeah. It's odd. I know everybody else is going through this too. If you're really plugged into politics like we're plugged in, every morning you wake up and it's something. Mm-hmm. Every morning on your phone, there is something. Because we're all sitting here doing this. And the first thing you grab in the morning is this. I do try to pull away from it. Couple of days I've been, reading because I'm in a book club. So I've been able to kind of shift my thoughts from that and just, I've turned on, The Neighbor. I've been binging on The Neighbor.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
I hear it all night. She plays it all night.
I do that.
All I hear is Tisha Campbell and a laugh trap in the back and
Tisha Campbell, Tachina Arnold.
Tachina Arnold.
And Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, and Cedric. And that's all I hear. It's all I hear.
It used to be Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. I guess it's better than Bob's Burgers.
Okay,
because what would wake me up on Bob's Burger every time is at the end when they're singing a song. Imagine waking up to that every morning at 2:00 in the morning.
It's the menopause.
Yeah.
I'm up in the middle of the night. I can't help it. I can't. My brain will not rest. and I have to have something going on. And so yeah. So since we no longer have Hulu, I can't binge on all of the older seasons of Bob's Burgers. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I found The Neighborhood because it's really a good show.
Yeah.
It's funny. It brings me back. It's that old timey sitcom thing, that actually works. It's got a laugh track,
Mm-hmm.
which sometimes the jokes aren't funny, but quite often they are funny. And I really don't like laugh tracks. I like comedies to be performed in front of a live studio audience.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that. I really miss that. But anyway, okay. Next up, let's see. We've got Trump and his
leak.
He wants us to pay. He wants our tax dollars to be used to pay him $230 million for his defense costs and inconvenience during all of these investigations.
Yeah.
The DOJ, he wants the DOJ to pay him. So I pretty much think that's what's going to happen. So we got $230 million of taxpayer money going to him, which he says he's considering donating.
Didn't he have wasn't there a charity that he was supposed to
it was a cancer charity, and he can no longer even have a charity because he's so fucking crooked. He can't even have a charity.
And
a charity.
But let's think about if he did donate it to a charity. What would it be? Christians for Trump?
Let us think.
He would donate it to Christians for Trump. Or maybe Turning Point USA.
Turning Point USA.
Or even the Young Republicans.
Yes.
I'm going to donate it to charity. Like he's such a charitable man.
Right. So, yeah. So there's that money going out the window. We've got money, 40 million that went to Argentina.
Yeah.
Right. And I understand that that's probably what's, part of diplomacy and I guess regime change.
We've done
regime change operations.
We've done that for like ever. But I don't think it's been out in the open.
It hasn't been out in the open, and it hasn't been done in the face of a group of people who are really suffering under his tariffs and all of that too. Yeah. I mean, he's not really caring about the impact that this is having on people's lives. Everything that he's doing right now. Before the end of this year, people are going to be feeling a lot of it. The SNAP benefits are going to be ending November. Gavin Newsom is already pulling together the what is it? Oh Jesus. The armed forces in California.
Yeah.
They're going to be helping passing out food and organizing that, working with different organizations.
I wonder what kind of impact that 230 is it billion or billion? 230 billion.
That's million, I think.
Is he doing
for the DOJ?
Oh yeah, that's the DOJ. Oh yeah, the 40 billion.
40 billion.
40 billion that he's given to Argentina.
Yeah, 40
What
billion.
kind of impact would that have for the homeless in this country?
Right.
If we were to take that money and direct it to the homeless, what could we do with 40 billion?
I know.
He said he's doing it for Argentina because they're struggling right now. They're suffering. They're struggling. And you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know how bad it is for them.
We never have any money for the things that we're always begging these politicians to fix. We never have the money for it.
We give how much to Israel?
I'm not talking about that.
I know, but every year we give how much to Israel that doesn't have any homeless? They don't have homeless people.
They have health care. They have everything that we do not have.
Free health care, free school, free everything.
From what I understand from the internet. I've never been to Israel. I don't know what their life is over there, but everything that we've been
Yeah,
hearing through the internet, if those things are true, we have a problem.
we definitely have a
There
problem.
is a problem. We are all working our asses off for nothing.
Yep.
We're not getting any benefit
From 9
from
to
any. It's like basically you're getting a paycheck, sure,
yeah.
but if that paycheck doesn't mean anything or you can't really do everything that you need to do, then that's slavery.
It is.
basically.
It basically is.
It's worthless.
30% of that paycheck goes to what? Is that? Yeah.
To what?
I-
Taxes?
Well, I have to break it. Yeah, the taxes, but I got to break it down exactly how much is going to the federal and how much is going to Social Security.
But Social
which we
Security,
might
they're
not
threatening
get.
Social Security, so it's all the same. It's the same
Yeah, I
bucket.
know.
It's
Yeah.
these people who are taking the money that we have to give them.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
And we don't have
It's
taxation
without representation.
representation. Don't tread on me
Mhm.
is my new slogan, actually.
Yeah, we got to get the tread. We got to go into
We
the
gotta-
trailer
we
parks
gotta-
and steal their "Don't tread on me" sign.
We got to steal that don't tread on me thing
We need
because
to.
we're literally being tread on.
Literally,
every day.
literally every single day,
Yeah.
every single day. And most of it, we're not in the hot spots,
Yeah.
but
So-
we're seeing the hot spots.
uh-huh.
And you can become a hot spot. You might think your little neighborhood is just as, it's all great here and wonderful, but it can show up at your door. And I think people need to really understand that
Mhm.
nobody is really safe here. Nobody.
Nobody.
So you can think all you want that.
Especially if you have a mind of your own and you could put two and two together enough not to agree with what's going on.
Yeah.
If you have empathy for other people,
Mm-hmm.
you're a target.
Mm-hmm.
They made that very clear
Yeah.
that if empathy is a weakness,
Yep.
but it's a strength, it's the total opposite. I mean,
We're in the upside down. That's what I said.
we are in the upside down when it comes to, we are in the upside down. It's
Yeah, we've
like-
been in the upside down.
Yeah.
We were in the upside down during his first administration.
Yes. Yeah. It was so crazy.
And this is part 2. This is strange. This is like we're living in what was that show?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. We're living in Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And and it just keeps getting that. I think that's a really great metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things is a metaphor for what we live under Donald Trump.
Yes, it is.
It is. And I'm good. Yeah.
It totally is.
So, okay. And let's talk about the leaked text messages from the young Republicans, young meaning
30,
what, 20,
yeah, 20 to 30.
40? Okay.
Young, they're just kids. They're just kids. We don't hold kids accountable. We don't.
Again, there is that. I don't know what that is. I don't know how do you twist your brain
To say that.
to say that? I can't. A lot of the stuff that they do is really it just leaves you flabbergasted, and you just can't respond. You really just have to walk away when they say stuff like that. When JD Vance gets in front of people and just brushes it off. And not only brushes it off, says to everybody who has ears that if his child,
Yeah.
if he had to admonish his child, he would just tell his child, don't put
Don't get
anything
caught.
on the internet.
Yeah.
Don't say shit like that because it's wrong.
No,
But
and
just don't put it on the internet.
he
Don't put it in a
added-
text message.
don't say stuff like that. Don't say that you're a racist. Don't confess to being a racist Nazi that wants to kill people because of who they are and because they love other people. Don't put that stuff on the internet
Mhm.
because what did he say? Some asshole.
Some asshole.
Yeah, because some
loser or
horrible
some
person,
asshole, yeah.
whatever, I forgot the
Yeah.
words, but some horrible person is gonna post it and show it.
Right.
So everybody can see it.
Right. Not that you're a horrible person for feeling this way. And
Yes.
I'm not going to be the parent that tells you
Yeah.
better.
Yes. I'm
I'm going to tell you how to hide that shit.
Yeah, don't let nobody know because some asshole's going to tell everybody who you really are.
These people are insane. These people are absolutely insane. And so the latest, as reported by Politico, is what's his name? Ingracia.
Mm-hmm.
He's withdrawn from consideration to be the special counsel. This guy, holy smokes, this guy, he was just, again, with the Nazi stuff,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of calling black people moulions. Haven't heard that since Spike Lee.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, can you just, what the fuck? Y'all really
They're really living there.
What is wrong with you?
It's really bad.
What is wrong with you? But the problem is these people, they want to talk about the one person that says it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have felt comfortable saying it if they didn't know that they were in the company of like-minded individuals.
Exactly. They all say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they pulled this guy out and they say, oh, well, find somebody that didn't text anything.
That's it.
But still believes how we believe.
Exactly.
Find somebody in our club.
Exactly.
That's clean and doesn't have any text messages.
Exactly. And
not pull from a different pile.
Right.
Pull from the same pile, but let's just make sure this guy doesn't have any text messages.
Right. And not only that, the Supreme Court, again, is looking at the Voting Rights Act, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're weighing whether or not it's still needed.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what
necessary.
Yeah, but that's been their what they've been trying to contemplate for years.
So when they go home and they see on the news that people are talking like this, does this tell these people, yes, it's still necessary?
No, because the ones that are going to vote to dismantle the Voting Rights Act don't give a damn.
I know.
Don't give a damn.
Clarence Thomas doesn't give a damn. I'm trying to figure out what the argument could possibly be.
For him?
For them. Say, for instance, if the folks who are...
Clarence Thomas says, well, my wife doesn't like black people, so I'm going to vote against it.
No, I want to know a lot. I want to know seriously how they can wrap their brain around that and not think that this person was going to be put in a position of power. He got so far into that around, again, like-minded people. That's evidence enough for me.
Yes.
I don't know how you can be a serious person and it not be enough for you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be black.
And the thing is, their argument is it's not necessary anymore.
How is it
but
not?
What's
when
it
you
hurting?
Have this going
but
on?
What is it hurting?
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, it's not necessary. Then why are we even talking about it? It's not necessary that we remove it then.
That's
because
true.
You're all good with it, right?
Right.
If it's not necessary, you're good with it.
Yeah.
So why are we removing it? Because it's necessary to get their stuff through, to do what they want to do.
Well, we're hoping that Kavanaugh and Roberts, they're the only ones who are questioning that. Specifically Kavanaugh. I'm not quite sure what Roberts' situation is. I know that they both said stuff that pretty much kicked it down the can. It said, well, this isn't hitting our ears right. We don't have enough here to back up where you want to go. So
yeah,
come on back when you do.
There's that, but I've heard while Roberts does occasionally vote with the Democrats.
Don't say Democrats.
Vote with the
liberal leaning judges.
The liberal leaning judges.
Mm-hmm.
He never votes to support rights for black people.
Okay. And I didn't mean to tell you not to say what you're going to say, but
I just keep telling me what to say. You see that?
He'll yell at me afterwards.
It's that freaking women's lib. demasculating me every time I say something.
Oh my God.
You got some tape? I'm gonna put some tape on my mouth.
Anyway,
I wanted to circle back
okay.
real quick to the leaked text messages by the young Republicans and Vance saying they're just children, and these are 18 to 30, right?
Okay.
And most of them were over 25 that were in this text message. There was a couple young ones, but they actually had the FBI. They started a whole FBI program called COINTELPRO to annihilate a group of children called the Black Panthers.
Yeah, young, really
right?
young people.
They were children. They were young people.
Yeah.
Right? They were teenagers and in their 20s, right? And they killed them, did everything they can. Right. But now, it's supposed to. But white kids, white people, their children until when? Until they're 40? Because these people were freaking 30 years old.
Yeah.
Why do we always dismiss them as children? But you could have a 13-year-old black boy and he's a man.
Right. See, when you bring stuff up like that, it makes me so disheartened. And it just makes me want to just throw in the towel because it seems so, that's a huge thing that you're just saying there. It makes this whole mountain that much bigger. And you have to say, is this shit even worth it? We're still fighting this shit. Still. We're still fucking fighting this shit.
All my life I had to fight.
When is it fucking gonna stop? It's ridiculous.
It doesn't serve any purpose. It doesn't help anybody to oppress people like this.
It helps the wealthy, and it's always been the wealthy.
True. Yeah.
And people who it benefits. If it's gonna benefit you, you're going to keep that fucking cycle going. They see a benefit in it. Even if it's just to make their own miserable little lives, their own miserable little existence seem better than somebody else.
That's it.
It doesn't even have to put money in their pocket.
Exactly.
It could just
it's
be
not
ego
really
puffing.
it's not really a real
incentive.
They're really there's no real benefit. It's just to feed the hate, to make it seem like or feel like they're doing better than the next person.
Right.
But they're really not.
They're really not.
They're not doing any better.
And the thing is, while you're saying that you're so much better than other people, when you have to put roadblocks in the way of other people, that's confirming that you're not.
Yes. Absolutely.
So,
and you're the majority.
Right.
You are the majority. But somehow you're complaining that you're not getting everything, but you're getting it.
Because who else is getting it? Because we ain't getting it.
Yeah. And if somebody moves on your block that worked hard to get there, for somehow, well, that takes us back to what we were watching about that show
back in the 70s.
Yeah, but somehow your property value is going to go down. Yeah, what was that show?
It was a Bill Moyers special documentary.
Yeah, about the neighborhood in New York.
In New York, where these black kids were riding their bikes and they got assaulted by white kids, and they were interviewing the black kids, and But
it was the Afro-Caribbean family that bought a house, and they bombed the house.
Yeah,
they put bombs at the house and stuff, and the white people formed a group. And they didn't want any black people moving into that neighborhood because that neighborhood, after these black people are going to be in, is going to look like the ghettos in New York, where they were tearing buildings down and buildings were boarded up and there was garbage in the street, which was not any fault of the people that were living there.
Exactly.
It was what the city had planned for that area.
For that area. It
That's
doesn't have
what it
anything
was.
to do with Black people
And
and our
I forget
ability
the name
to take care of our property.
I'll come back to this maybe in another episode, but I forget the name of the neighborhood. But I did a search on Zillow, and I went through that neighborhood, and now the neighborhood is it's mostly Afro-Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's beautiful.
Right. And
they all moved out. Afro-Caribbean people moved in. It's West Indian people.
Mm-hmm.
But So, but now, and the neighborhood is beautiful.
Right.
I'm looking at it, and there's $1 million houses. In this area.
Right.
And no dirt in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the people that are there, because when I was going through and doing the on Zillow, and you do the street view, you see Black people. They're still there.
Right.
And it's not all boarded up and tore up and looking bad.
Right. So it's really not a race issue.
No.
It's just
economic.
It's economic, and it's driven by people's racism. And I just want to make a point in that, in that documentary, there were Irish. The whites were made up of Irish, Italian, and Jewish people.
Yeah.
And these people, the kids are our age, so they're still around.
Yeah.
The ones that are sitting here talking about, I don't want that nigger around.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are still
Where are they
around.
now?
Yes, where are they now?
What trailer park are they in?
Because here's the thing. They'll find the Black kids and talk about the trauma that they experienced.
They did.
But they don't find these whites.
Exactly.
You can't find these white people who actually committed this stuff and find out, do you still think this way? What happened and where are you today and all this? We don't know.
We don't know.
And that's interesting. I would really like to know where these
it's
people
obvious.
are. Yeah.
Some might have had, but some probably grew out of it and realized what was going on.
We'll do the benefit of the doubt.
We'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
We'll do that.
But well, I have a little. I had a friend when I first moved to San Francisco, and I lived in a mixed neighborhood there, but it was predominantly white and Hispanic and Italian and all that, right? And this one friend, I would go to his house. His dad was racist. Right? Oh, you can't come right now. My dad's
San
here
Francisco,
like
the
that.
bastion of liberals.
Yeah, and there was there was a lot of microaggressions that would go on with kids I grew up with, and this and that. And the one that I thought would probably be most like his father actually ended up marrying a Black woman, and they've been together for years.
Wow.
Yeah. So. People do evolve.
People do.
They grow. They see stuff a different way. But
interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're a bigot that grew up, there's
there's
still hope for you.
There's a lot of people that had bigot parents. Right?
Yeah.
Well, you look at
Yeah, one of my former coworkers, the one that commented on your thing, her parents were rip-roaring racist, her mom and her dad.
Yeah.
And I think her sister is one too. And she's the only one. She went to college. And I think sometimes a college education can help you in some ways. So she's very open-minded and liberal. And I remember we were going to go visit her because one of the kids had a track meet near her place, and her dad was still alive at the time. And she had, invited us, but then she had to give it a second thought because he was there, and he's like, wow, that's not gonna. We should meet somewhere.
That's horrible.
It really.
I remember that. Yeah. We're up by San Mateo at the college skyline.
Yeah. It's just, it must be so terrible to carry hatred around for people like that.
Yeah.
I would not want that on my heart. That's too much. That is just too much that's just too much.
Uh-huh.
Life is too short to have that be
Type of
such
hate.
part of your makeup.
It doesn't do anything for your quality of life.
Right. I
It's,
can't
it's
honestly
horrible.
say I don't look at any racial group and go, I don't like those people. I might look at somebody's behavior or something in all transparency and be like,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't attribute it to a whole race of people. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
that's just weird. And to always have that, it's always an individual. I try to deal with people individually,
You have to.
and try not to generalize so much. But there are some common things that you can glean, and you might just to be mindful of,
Mm-hmm.
in certain instances. But anyway,
Yep.
hey, it's been what, an hour,
Yeah.
and I think we need to wrap this up.
We can wrap it up. We will.
All right,
And
it was a good show, babe.
I think so.
I think that was a great show. I think we were informative.
Very informative.
Yes. So hopefully you all thought we were informative.
There were some things I wanted to say, but I didn't remember exactly what they were. So
That's why you
what
need your
I'll
phone.
do, I'll probably look them up
Mhm.
and I'll print it on the screen. How's that?
Okay.
Like that.
Oh, that would be
neighborhood.
nice
Yeah.
during editing.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll
Yeah.
work.
We'll do
I like that. I like that very much.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching WTF Podcast. Please make sure you like and subscribe so that you get the notification when we air each of our episodes.
Yes, and we plan on doing a lot more of these episodes.
There's a lot going on. So,
there
we're going
is.
to try and we got to be more consistent.
We'll be more consistent.
All right.
Promise.
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.